Educate me.
Sure.
But every woman who prays or prophesies with her head uncovered dishonors her head.
Yes.
For that is the one and the same as if her head were shaved.
Yes.
For if a woman is not covered, let her also be sworn.
Sure.
But it is shameful for her to be sworn or shaved, let her be covered. Right?
Yeah.
Where is the implementation of that today?
And I have a real problem with that. In fact, I've written essays on that.
Okay, so what's your problem with this? Good.
My problem is this, that the Koine word for head is kephala.
Okay.
It is used all through the New Testament.
Okay.
And according to that passage, in a marriage, the man has a kind of spiritual headship over the woman.
Okay.
And this is also reflected in two
So what is the covering of that then?
Okay, I'm getting to it.
Okay.
I'm getting to it. The covering, according to that passage, is a symbol that her husband has authority over her.
Okay.
In fact, it's even said in 1 Corinthians 14, if she's got a question, don't speak up in church, go home and ask your husband, that you might learn from her husband.
So a husband has authority over the woman?
Over his wife.
Okay.
Okay, now,
it's not like an equal setting then? Not all women?
They're equal in this sense, that they both have access to God through Jesus.
Okay.
But when it comes to leadership and responsibility, and the buck stops with the man, the husband has authority over his wife.
All right.
So
sounds good.
I'm convinced that.
Okay. So for a man ought not to cover his head.
Yes.
Since so this is you're saying is not an actual covering. This is the authority.
The covering is a symbol of the authority. It says
so a man should not have authority over him?
Oh, no. It says if a man prays with a covering on his head, he dishonors Christ. His head is what the text says.
So what does that mean?
It means...
You're saying that covering is not physical, it's an authority.
No, I'm saying the covering is a symbol for the authority.
So there is a physical covering a woman should wear?
Yes.
How come women don't wear that here?
Because they don't take it for seriously. But Paul also says in the second part of that chapter...
The nuns sometimes, nowadays they've kind of left it too.
A little later in that chapter, it says...
Yeah, they used to, you're right.
You know, one of the problems in Corinth was prostitutes and temple prostitutes shaved their heads to prevent lice infestations. And so it's very common to have prostitutes with shaved heads.
Gotcha.
Okay? And so God is saying, look, if I gave women their long hair as a covering, because a woman... She has a natural veil. It says Paul says her hair is her natural veil.
Okay.
Because a woman reflects God's glory in ways a man does not.
Okay.
In fact, it says in that same chapter, a woman is the glory of the man.
Right.
But man is the glory of God. It says that in that same chapter.
Right. So a man is not from woman, but woman from man.
Yes.
Nor was man created for woman, but woman for man. For this reason, the woman ought to have a symbol of authority on her head because of the angels.
Okay, quick.
Right, cool.
Angels are very sensitive to divine order.
Okay.
And so, according to Paul, there's 3 theological reasons for a woman to have a covering.
Okay.
Number 1, source of her creation was Adam's body.
Okay.
Number 2.
Is that in the Bible?
Yes.
Can you show it to me?
Yeah, Genesis 2.
Genesis
2.
I just like to learn.
Yeah, it says in Genesis 2 that the man was put to sleep.
No, the three sources for or reasons for covering that you were mentioning.
Number 1.
Can I see it in the Genesis?
Yeah, the source of the woman's body is the man's body.
Gotcha.
She was taken from his side, his rib, and in being taken from his rib,
there's Genesis.
She was created second. So it says, and the Lord caused a deep sleep to fall on Adam, and he slept, and he took one of his ribs and closed up the flesh in its place. Then the rib which the Lord God had taken from the man, he made into a woman. Okay, it's all there.
But I mean, the covering is not mentioned here, right?
Well, here's the point.
Okay.
Here's the point.
Right.
3 theological reasons for the woman's head covering.
But that's not in, I mean, the 3 listed as 3 reasons are not in the Bible,
1
right?
Corinthians 11, where you just turned to.
But it only gave one reason,
well,
which
no,
was...
it says 3.
Okay, let's take a look.
There's 3. 3 reasons right there.
So, but every woman... Go ahead.
Here's the 3 reasons.
Okay.
Number 1. She is the image and glory of the man. The man is the image and glory of God. Okay. Number 2, the woman does not, for man does not originate from woman, but woman from man. The first woman was from a man.
Right.
Okay?
I'm with
Next, nor was the man created for the woman was created for the man. Third.
Okay. 4th.
Well, there's 3 main reasons.
All right. So
just
just so I can learn.
Yeah.
You're saying that a Christian woman who believes in this today should cover her head.
But Paul also says her long hair is her veil.
But it says
It's a
here
kind of
that
covering.
of her head,
Yes.
and if she doesn't, then her head should be shaved. So if her hair was enough, what would she be covering?
Good point. But he was
I like good
criticizing
points.
he was criticizing the abuses in the church in Corinth.
All right, so back to the good point.
Yeah.
So that means a woman should cover her hair, according to you.
She should have a symbol
All right, we
of
agree.
her husband's authority.
I mean, in Islam,
She should have a symbol of her husband's authority.
in Islam, we
Yes.
don't believe the covering is an authority of the husband.
It says so there, though.
Yeah, in the Bible.
Yes.
I'm saying from Islamic perspective.
Right.
In Islam, hijab or the covering
Yes.
has something to do with you and your creator, whether you're married or not. It has to do with modesty. Yes. Then it has to do with people not looking at what, and then not just the hair, I mean other body parts that should not be looked at by people who intend you harm.
We're embarrassed about the modesty of
We're in agreement here.
the world.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Awful.